In this video, we're going to talk about the child Spawn could not save. She is back and she is terrifying. Alrighty then, this is a comic book review of The Curse of Shirley Johnson, issue number 1, brought to you by RatedComics. Let's get to it. Now, The Curse of Shirley Johnson is a comic book story about Shirley Johnson, and it takes place in Spawn issue number 5 when Billy Kinkaid, the child murderer, Shirley Johnson was his 28th and final kill before Spawn came in and looked all hero by, getting revenge on Billy Kinkaid. But there's a consequence because Shirley Johnson was a little girl that Spawn left behind. So we begin with this monologue of Shirley Johnson taking place of the event in Spawn issue number 5, which we did cover in this comic book channel, Rated Comics over here. You feel free to check it out, and I'll also put the card at the end of this video too. So she's reliving the moment again. Here we go again, her being stuck in the fridge. She remembers everything Billy Kinkaid did to her. She's died so many times that she knows the beats by heart, and she counts down from 3, 2, 1. And right on cue, Spawn, her knight but not shining BS armor, comes in and goes to work on Billy Kinkaid in that moment. And she was an idiot in her thinking that he was there for her. He never once looked for Shirley Johnson, but she's learning that in this messed up nightmare, heroes are just villains in masks. And she's watching Spawn go to work on Billy Kinkaid before his iconic being hung with the chains in Sam and Twitch's office. I forget which one it was. I believe it was Sam's office with ice cream. He screams, I made him scream, or something like that, with ice cream scoops impaled in him. So she thinks to herself, alright Spawn, do what you do best, just end and make that bastard scream and scream and scream as Spawn goes green with his necroplasm. And Shirley Johnson just closes her eyes because she's reliving this moment over and over and over again. And the way Billy Kinkaid ends her is brutally, with cutting off her fingers and using her fingers as like wall painting or whatnot. But she's once again goes on in her monologue like, you do what you always do. Why do you always leave me to die, Spawn? You're no hero. I hate you for that. So after Spawn ends Billy Kinkaid, he forgets about her, leaving her to die. But now she wakes up, blue face, red eyes, and she's like, man, this hurts. This hurts really bad. And every time I come back to it, it hurts worse. But why? Not this time. Am I getting better at dying? Why? Maybe this green light is still burning inside of her, changing me into something I don't want to be. It's time as she emerges, and with her little teddy bear like, let's go Teddy. So at the heart of this saga, Shirley Johnson, she's 7 years old, who dies at the hand of the notorious killer Billy Kinkaid when Spawn, ends him, but he leaves her to die. And it sets off a chain of unforeseen consequences. Now Shirley is reborn, transformed, and armed with mysterious powers, but yet she still struggles with the loss of her previous life. So she must navigate a brutal, unforgiving world alongside this stranger. So you'll see what I mean. And she's also dealing with lingering pain and the pressures of a newfound purpose and destiny in this very unforgiving world. So now she's going back to sharing with us what's going on, that every time she comes back, she's still in one piece with none of her fingers missing, and she wants to know why. That's how Billy Kinkaid ended her. I know I'm alive, but I can't feel it. Don't even think I'm human anymore. But those blue marks, I look gross as she picks up the knife and looks at herself in the reflection. But she feels strong, stronger than before, and she hopes that her instincts will carry her through. So she leaves that abandoned house that Billy Kinkaid was doing some brutal fatality damage on her, which is just sad as you think of it. It's a 7-year-old girl scared for her life, but she has to run because she's reliving this moment again. And because Spawn issue number 5 took place in the 90s and now we're in the 2025s when this came out, how many times has she relived this moment? But she knows one thing: she's got to get back home to her doggy Shauna and her mom. And even though that's her mom's dog now, Shauna loves to run in the woods, and I never follow her in the woods because she knows bad things lurk in the dark and they only want one thing: her flesh. So she's like, okay, I've done this before many times, I can do this, they're falling behind, I can't lose focus. But she trips over a branch, they give her a chase, and it's game over as she falls down and they close it in. She's like, I know, I lost again. Time to get my guts ripped open. Then this whole charade starts all over again. She's been through this before, so she has no fear. And even though the pain is real, she's gonna come back to life. That's what she's thinking, that's what she believes. But we hear this faint caption right here: you're not holding my powers, you're holding a bomb. And Shirley Johnson's like, what the heck? I haven't heard that before. 3, 2, 1, that famous countdown. And she's like, is that Spawn? And then we get the events of Spawn issue number 301, where Spawn tells Violator and Godson when they ended him, but he tells them, look, you guys can't have my symbiote because I am the costume. I am Spawn. And he used so much necroplasm blast that he created a time rift. And now Shirley Johnson's like, this is new after all this time. So she's wondering, what the heck was that? Was it his green light? It's usually not that damn strong, but it almost blew me to pieces. Whew, this is it. I gotta get out of here. This is my chance. But those beasts, those shadow beasts, are giving her chase too. So she's like, okay, I should have known nothing here ever changes. So in her eyes, it's been rigged all along. They made her believe that she can make it, but then she's back and starts all over again with her about to die, and she waking up to the fate of what happened with Billy Kinkaid. So now that she falls down and she wakes up, she's like, whew, I'm alive. Those shadow beasts or whatever, they're not there. So she wondered that, okay, that blast that Spawn did, it should have turned the teddy bear in her into extra crispy crisp, but there's no time to worry about that now. She's got to keep on moving. So while she's making her move and running away, she doesn't know what all these people are doing, and she doesn't know what this is. So in her mind, this can't be real. And if it is real, please make it stop. I don't want it to be real. So she's running away and she feels those shadow beasts behind her, and she's terrified for her life. So she's wondering if someone is back there, and someone is back there, swoops her up and sucks her in, and she's begging for help. And we see the swordsman right here. I'm not familiar with him as a character because I read a lot of comic issues and I don't know when the swordsman first made his appearance. If it's this one right here, the Curse of Shirley Johnson, yo, comment section, let me know, comment below, let me know, because there's a lot of Spawn lore that we did cover, but there's also a whole lot of Spawn lore that's left untapped that I haven't covered yet either. So work with your boy on this. So the swordsman's like, where is he, as he's locating something, but he sees all these bodies, and also Shirley Johnson's like, it burns. She's running for her life. Please don't leave me. And the swordsman's like, what the heck is going on? So he lifts his swords and he's about to make a strike, and he strikes down at those shadow monsters. And notice that they are a lot bigger than before. It's almost as if they feed on the fear, or at least in this case, they feed off of Shirley Johnson's fear. So now the swordsman's like, okay, I ended the monsters, they're gone. And Shirley Johnson's like, oh, he saved me. You saved me. Mister, please, can you help me? I'm trying to go home. And the swordsman's like, home? Kid, you're down below. There is no home here. So Shirley Johnson goes into her monologue. All this time, I thought I was stuck in a nightmare. Years, decades of torture. Of course I'm in hell. Why did I never not think of that? Oh, I'm such a crazy little kid for not thinking of that. But at least for the first time, she's not alone. That means she can do it. She can actually get up out of here. Now, I guess originally this was supposed to be the end of the first issue of Shirley Johnson, but they turned this into a 2-part series, and this is No Home Here Part 2. So I am glad they gave us more to elaborate on, because this would have been too much of a mind trip to end it there. And in this panel right here, this guy is talking about being tasked with bringing the girl and the carrier, which is a swordsman, to the promised land right there. Now we begin into the No Home Here Part 2. And once again, we got Shirley Johnson's monologue. I know this isn't real, just another nightmare kicking off. But knowing that doesn't make it hurt any less. And if it's not real, it doesn't make it hurt any less. I'll wake up eventually. I always do. Till then, I'll bite down and fight back, because the pain feels real as she's reliving the moments that Billy Kinkaid chopped off each and every individual finger just for his own pleasure. And he's doing it in a way like this little piggy went to the market and this little piggy stayed home, and every time he does that little piggy thing, she loses a little finger. But in her mind, while she's being tortured like that, all she wants is home and her mommy. But while she's dreaming with that caption right there, you have to wake up now, you have to wake up now, and she's like, you took everything from me, wake up, kid. And it's the swordsman in real time telling her to get off of me. And she didn't realize that she was doing all that damage to the swordsman, so she's like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that. And the swordsman's like, let me gather my bearings in order. And what are you, kid? I don't know, says Shirley. The bad man was in my head. He was hurting me. I just wanted him to stop. And he looks at her like, I feel your pain. And Shirley's like, wait a minute, are all those people I saw, are they dead? Yes. Why? Why'd you do that? You mean bury them? They were my people, said the swordsman, and he has a tear and sadness in his eyes, but they're friends and my family. My whole damn village is gone. I couldn't just leave them like that. And then Shirley's like, okay, well, I lost everyone too. When there's nobody left, you start to wonder if you're even real anymore. I think we're the same. We're what's left. Hell locked me up with a bad man and Spawn, but the swordsman interrupts her right there and says, what do you mean Spawn? Like a hell spawn? You can't trust them. Their minds aren't their own anymore. They'll turn on you every time and they'll get you killed. Killed? I can't die anymore, says Shirley Johnson. They've killed me plenty of times before, but I'm still here, right? I mean, I don't know how many times she can relive her death after all those years and all those decades, but in her mind, no matter what, her and her Teddy will always come back. And now I have you. You saved us, says Shirley. And the swordsman's like, I barely remember doing that, kid. We're not the same. You're better off forgetting that I even exist. I'll get you somewhere safe, but after that, you're on your own. Figure, says Shirley. I knew it was too good to be true. If you want to leave, then leave, because I'm so used to being alone. We can handle ourselves. They can't kill us anymore, so... And the swordsman's like, look, you really don't get it, do you? If something truly powerful kills you here, you don't come back. You're erased from existence. No soul, no body, nothing. You became a part of this place. It's just a chunk of hell. You're gone forever. Whatever had you pinned wasn't trying to kill you. If it wanted to, you'll be dead, and long dead. You get that? So whatever they're doing, they're keeping you alive for a reason. And she's like, okay, get it. Good, says the swordsman, because now my neck is on the line because I'm with you. And now I got some kid thinking that she's invincible. What if that's a callback to the Invincible comics? I can't be having that right now. Can't be having that get in the way. So meanwhile, we see whatever's going on while they're arguing. We see this external panel right here of what external factors and events and people lie nearby. They hear her conversating, and this mysterious guy, whoever he is, he's like, I've got eyes on two figures moving away from ground zero. Can't see them clearly, but the energy they're giving off, they're practically screaming to be devoured. This is our shot. You owe me. All eyes will be on them. It's the perfect distraction to get my family out. I have no idea what they're doing, but whatever he thinks he's doing, he's trying to establish some kind of divine connection, but no idea who this character is. If you guys know who this character is, comment below, let me know. But whoever this character is, he sees the girl, and he sees the girl with the swordsman, and he's wondering, why are you, little girl? Who are you, and why are you here? But I don't know if he's having conflicting thoughts, like, don't do this, this is our chance with something, but he needs to do this. He has to find them, and find them fast, whatever he's trying to do to rescue his family. This is really trippy, but now we get this panel right here of this almond looking demon, sinister looking thing. He's ready to go to work, and those shadow monsters, or those shadow demons, they kind of emerge from this symbiote goo or whatever, and he tells them, you shouldn't be here. So they speak in this language that we as readers, we don't know what the fuck that is. So he's like, okay, I know what the heck that is, but show me where they're at. And they're like, okay, so he sees the events of Spawn issue 301 playing out when Spawn unleashed that necroplasmic bomb, that time shift. And this demon sorcerer or thing or whatever is like, interesting, pure necroplasm, that blast shattered my entire experiment. A hellspawn shouldn't have that much power, not even this hellspawn. Might have to collect him, carve into him, see what makes him tick, and my little defective omen found herself a new friend. How annoying, but maybe that's exactly what's needed. Give her some hope so I can crush it. It'll make breaking her so much sweeter. So now he wants to break the girl. He's gonna go after Spawn to see why he's so damn powerful. But in the meantime, we got introduced to a new villain to Spawn, whoever he is. So he tells his knights, those shadow demons, to bring his toy back and kill the swordsman. Take the hounds, they already have the scent. Now, where was I? And he goes back to doing whatever the fuck he was doing. So in this panel right here, the swordsman and Shirley Johnson continue on with this journey. But the swordsman hears something and he asks Shirley Johnson about it. And Shirley is like, I hate this place. Too many noises and it's so scary. And the swordsman, being leery but on guard about it all, says, that's the least of our problem. Something's off. I don't recognize this area no more. And Shirley's like, but you said your village wasn't far from here, right? How do you not? Help, please, is anyone out there? And that is the voice off panel that they hear, but the swordsman is on guard, and Shirley's like, wait a minute, they sound like kids. Oh, we're so scared, continues the voices. Why won't you help us? And the swordsman, he's on guard, so he tells Shirley, stay behind me. We're not alone, and this is not what you're used to be, all right? Come closer, says the kids. But you can tell from their shadows they're looking pretty eerie. Don't be afraid. And Shirley's like, well, they're just kids. They like me. They just want to play. And the kids are like, yes, play with us. And you know that's going to be super eerie if and when this is translated on screen. So Shirley Johnson's like, hurry, let's go help him. And Swordsman's like, no, girl, stay back there. So Shirley goes into her monologue like kindness. It was what she was taught that makes kids special. But those aren't any kids. But kindness is what separates us from monsters. Kindness is what makes us better. But as this evil, tarantula-looking, evil, sinister monster approaches, and these kids seem to be like the culprit or the vessel behind it all, Swordsman's like, stay behind, but it's already too late. Swordsman gets his arm cleanly sliced off like Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones. His right hand is his weapon, and it is no more. And all he can do is just have this sad, depressed look on his face because he can't defend her no more. So Shirley's like, I don't know what to do now. What should I do? Now, going back to her kindness monologue, that's what she used to believe. This was the day that she realized that she was dead wrong about her kindness. Swordsman tries to get up. This demon spider looking thing is like, oh yes, that girl is mine. She is all mine. And that is food right there. And she's looking mighty delicious. And Swordsman knows what's about to happen right now. This is the end of her, but he can't not let that happen. But you know what? It is too late. Shirley Johnson suffers the fatal blow, and could this be the final death that he was talking about? So kindness without power is a one-way ticket to being erased from existence, and that is according to Shirley Johnson. And that is the end of The Child Spawn Could Not Save. And that is the end of The Curse of Shirley Johnson, issue number 1. What you guys think of this comic book? Comment below, let me know. And also link in description if you wish to add this comic book and or any of our other limited print rated comic exclusives to add to your comic book collection. Support the art, support the industry. This comic book right here was definitely a mind trip, but I thought it was solid in my personal opinion. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. With all that being said, thank you again for watching. Until the next upload.